I'm pulling a 515 TransUnion and a 488 Experian.
Apparently when you total a car, you just stop paying for it. And then you go look at a Range Rover.
Hey Dan, so I got this customer out there right now looking at the Range Rover, and I think she really loves it, man. She's outside right now taking pictures of it, sending it to her friends.
Oh, I like that. That's a good sign. I mean, listen, it's a beautiful car.
But the only thing is that she wants to do zero down, and she can't have her payment be over $750.
All right. Well, I hope she's got great credit. I mean, if she's sending pictures to her friends, I'm assuming she's got good credit. So let's pull it and see what we got here. Ronnie. That's not good, man. I'm pulling a 515 TransUnion and a 488 Experian.
Odd that we see someone with a low credit score trying to finance a luxury vehicle. When your credit's already shot, the next logical step is to go even bigger, because that'll show them you mean business.
Says that she's got an open auto loan, but you mentioned that's been totaled out. It shows that she's 30 days past due on that auto loan, so it hasn't been paid off by the insurance yet. And it's currently past due, and she's been 30 days late 16 times on the credit. So her credit is definitely not there. I mean, zero down, I can tell you right away, is not going to work. Let alone, I don't even know if I can get an approval. But let me submit it, and I'll let you know what we actually need to get a deal done. All right, well, surprisingly, I got an approval, but it's nowhere close to what she wants. I can get her done with $8,500 down. 17% interest.
30 days past due, and 30 days late 16 times previously. Well, at least she's being consistent with it, because nothing says approval, quite like being late every single time.
And without any sort of warranty or gap insurance or anything along those lines, we're at an $875 payment. So we're so far apart. I want to go talk to her, pick her brain, because if she came in here thinking $750 a month, $0 down, there's obviously a disconnect between where she thinks she is and where she actually is. So I just kind of want to pick her brain. All right, Ronnie, I spoke to her. I mean, I was correct. She had no idea kind of how bad her credit situation was. She thought she was in the high sixes, low sevens. She knows that she's behind on the auto loan now, but she thought because it was totaled out and the insurance is paying it off that she doesn't have to pay it. I told her to get caught up with that at least. The other late payments, she didn't realize that it was reporting to the credit. You know, she thought if it was 30 days, it wasn't reporting to.
She doesn't understand how credit works, but she's already confident enough to make decisions like she does. Stopping the payments, figuring it's taken care of. I think she's got this.
Look, she fell in hard times. She had great credit at one point, but we got an approval for her. And unfortunately, I don't think she can do the $8,500 down. So I don't know if we can get it done. Go talk to her one more time. See if $8,500 is an option for her. She needs to put a sizable amount of money down to get approved for this car, or see if there's other options for her.
All right, Dan, so I just spoke to her, and she's not willing to settle for anything else. She really loves that car.
Beautiful car, man.
So what she's planning to do is save some more money, pay down some of her debt before making a move.
That's a wise choice from her, I think.
Anyone can fall on hard times, but this is how you create one. Pick out something you want, something you don't need. Decide that's the goal. Work backwards and try to fix everything just enough to make it happen.
Looks like you're in a 24 Nissan Rogue, right? With 34,000 miles?
Yeah, I'm actually approaching on 35 now. I'm trying not to drive it too much so I don't take it out of warranty before I try and make some type of move on this year. I don't know how much that's going to help.
Are you financing?
Yeah, so I'm financing the vehicle. It's actually financed through my mother. It's a vehicle she got about a year ago. She went to the dealership and she made the decision on herself, but I'm responsible for the vehicle. The vehicle pays about $835 a month, which is ridiculous. And I believe it still owes about 36 or 37.
Over $800 a month, trying not to drive it, just to keep it in warranty, so he can try to get out of the deal. That's one way to own a car.
Tried to get her appraised. The vehicle's not more than 18 to 19.
I wouldn't even pay that. So I have an all-wheel drive S. Car's worth like $15,000. What, you 20,000 upside down? Would you be willing to go up in payment?
What I want to do is just get out of that vehicle. The vehicle's just not worth it at all. So whatever I could do to get out of the vehicle that's going to get rid of all that negative equity in the shortest amount of time is what I'm okay with. At this point, there's no preference in vehicle that I need to get in.
Just the negative equity alone is a substantial amount.
He just wants out of the negative equity, so he'll take whatever gets him out, even if it puts him right back in the same spot, just in a different car, with a different payment. Problem solved.
To roll this into a new lease, like with the ZDX as an example, you'd be at about $950 a month with $6,000 out of pocket. Best case scenario with 10,000 miles a year, if they're willing to do this deal. That might be like your cheapest option.
And what's the term on that?
6 months. How many miles per year do you need?
I would pay 12 just to be comfortable.
You'll be at 1047 a month with $6,600 at signing with all that negative equity. If they even approve it, which I don't know if they will. It's a lot of negative equity.
That's the only vehicle that's highly incentivized like that, no?
Yeah, it's just your negative equity alone is like a $600 payment.
Fix one bad decision with another one. Take something that already didn't work, do the same thing again, and expect a different result. That should do it.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous situation. All right, what can I do to at least try and move forward to get this process going?
Just give me your final payoff number. If you want to submit a credit application, we can see if this is something that might be even doable. Just go from there.
All right, sounds good. I got the query application. Let me get on the phone with her and get that ball rolling, get her to fill out everything for you. I'll send you the driver's license, and let me get logged into Ally, and I'll send you the payoff as well.
I'll look out for that credit app. Just text me a picture of her driver's license, please. Front and back.
All right, sound good, brother. You have a great day.
Or you could just pay down the loan you already have. Fix the balance. Actually get out of it. Not have any payment at all. But where's the fun in that?
He about to be working to pay his truck off. There's no way you get in this truck a first time buyer.
Looking for that blue Rebel you have. It's that 1500. It's the 2025.
We still have it available. What gets your eyes on this vehicle?
I drive a 2005 Tacoma. I've had it for a while. That was my first truck, but I'm looking to upgrade. I like that the Rebel has a little bit of that extra power over the regular 1500s.
Yes, it does.
What do you have this Rebel priced at?
I have it right at $42,400 right now.
He already has a truck, and he's looking at financing one. Talking about upgrading. Skipping right past the part where you just keep the one you have and don't spend anything, but that's never the goal.
Do you know how much you're looking to put down?
I was probably going to sell my Tacoma, use it as a down payment.
Do you own anything on it?
No, it's paid off.
You make it out here, I get you a good price on your truck, and we can use that towards a down payment on it. Do you know around like roughly where your credit score's at?
I think it's at a good 750, 800. I haven't financed any vehicles though.
So
Is
yeah,
that an issue?
well, your trade in, let's say I give you $3,000 for it. Another $2,000 will definitely help you to get into the Rebel.
What would the monthly be on the Rebel?
You might be looking around $1,200 a month.
1200 a month.
Yes.
Oh.
He's got a vehicle that's paid off. No payment, nothing owed on it. And he's thinking about selling it, just to use the money as a down payment, so that he can go from owning one outright to owing on one. And we call this an upgrade.
Do you have a solid cosigner that could help you out?
No, probably not.
Where do you work at?
I'm a freelance photographer, full time.
Okay. How much is your monthly income?
Good months I can make $7,000. Bad months I make like $3,000.
As long as I can get your last 3 months of your bank statements, just to prove your income, that would help some. And maybe a little bit more on down payment, because you are trying to go into a pickup that's really pricey truck, to be honest, and you're a first time buyer.
So on a bad month, the payment would be almost half his income, which is fine as long as nothing else comes up. Rent, food, gas, and nothing unexpected happens. Nothing breaks, nothing changes. Then yeah, that works.
I think they're on this 22 High Country Tahoe.
Yes, sir.
What is their trade?
18 BMW.
Geez, it's got 140,000 miles on it.
Yes, sir.
Tough part here is that we're going to be carrying a little bit of negative equity. They owe 14.8. It's worth probably $5,000. It's like just a little 3 Series, and market's not too strong on those. And that's like almost $10,000 in negative equity. They're trying to buy a used vehicle. It's going to be pretty tough. The good news is this Tahoe has a massive book value. We're selling it for 43 basically, but the book value on it is 52.
Book value is 52 and they're selling it for 43. Like the dealer just wants to help someone out. Just looking out for you. Doing you a favor. No reason for it. No upside for them. Just deciding to make less money.
Which is an incredible spread. So at least we're going to get a little bit of a good advance there. What did they say about the cash down?
They said they may be able to come up with a little bit of cash, and they did understand they was going to have some negative equity, but I don't think they was going to think that much with negative equity.
Okay. And how about payments?
They had like a $1,000 max they was trying to be for a payment.
How's the credit?
One of them was in the 700s.
Okay.
And one was in the low 6s.
If you had to get them for some money down, what do you think we could get out of them?
Probably roughly about 3.
Okay. Book value is $52,950. So a bank would finance $58,200 on this vehicle.
We're almost at $60,000. Before there's even interest. $60,000 for a vehicle. And that's only the start. Nothing else included. Not the fuel, not the maintenance, not the insurance.
They've got $10,000 of negative equity, but we're only selling it for 42. So I think we might be just right there. I think we're going to need a little bit of cash down, but let's submit this deal across. If we could get a little bit of cash down going on this, I think we'd have a lot stronger chances of an approval. Just tell them, hey, we got to submit it first, but we don't want to submit it without the cash down on it because we don't want to get a rejection and then have to fight back uphill.
From your experience, do you think I should tell them more about the new trucks that might have some rebates?
A new truck's going to advance a lot more, but if we're fighting a $1,000 payment max with $10,000 worth of negative equity, we're going to be in a tough spot.
It's already a tough spot, without even considering the previous debt. Because we're talking about a price. That's basically a down payment for a home. But let's use it on a vehicle. You wouldn't want it turning into something that actually builds value.
Because the good news here is our Tahoe is priced at $43,000, right? If you had 10 grand onto that negative equity, this is for simple math, you're only financing 53 grand. You're going to pay some taxes and some fees in there too, so let's call that 55 grand. Then if they were to put some money down, that's going to come down a little bit. I think if they're willing to get to the 1,000, they could put a little bit of money down. I think we could get a car deal here. I don't want to commit them to anything that they're not comfortable doing.
Yes, sir.
So let's go see how much money we can get out of them for down, because that's going to reduce the amount of debt that they're going to be financing. Go grab that, come back, and then we'll go from there.
All right, will do.
Okay, buddy, thanks.
You can keep it in your account or keep it in your driveway. One helps you build, the other takes away. Because once it's in the driveway, that number's locked in. It'll be a long-term commitment that most people regret. If you want to see more, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.